Hi everyone! I'm back, but today I'm with Jenny and I'm gonna focus on her eyebrow today because she requested it. So I'm gonna show her and I'm gonna show you guys how I would do eyebrows. Focusing on the brow bone, very important. Sounds good? Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with cleaning a little bit. I'm just removing all the excess hair around the brow. And her natural brow shape, it's very arched, so I told her it's better to make it more straight. And for me, brows, it's two parts. The first 2/3 part of the brow goes along the orbital bone, and the second part is above the brow bone. You see, and that straight line that I show you right now, I'm gonna remove everything to make the bottom line very, very straight, and that's how it's gonna shape your eye. So I'm just removing all the excess. Now that the last part, the last 1/3 part of the brow, I wanted to show the brow bone more. Because even if you have the best eye makeup in the world, if your brows are not shaped properly, it's really hard to see. And it's not gonna look as good as you want it, so I always start makeup with a good brow shape. And you know how your hair is growing randomly sometimes, like they are going like different directions, so instead of removing them, you just want to trim a little bit. And Jenny, she wanted something natural, reshaped but natural, not a drastic big changes, because it's hard for you. Like you see yourself every time with a certain shape, and then if you change it like overnight, it's kind of difficult to see. And now we're gonna move on to the other side. Same thing. So we're gonna remove the really archy part, because the beginning of her brows goes really down, really close to the eye. So I'm just removing the excess. Straight line. Okay, now we're showing the brow bone. On this side we see better. Trying to make a straight line. Okay. Trim a little bit for better shape, more precision, more neat. And now we move on to the primer. The primer I'm using right now on her, it's the Invisiblur from Murad. A really, really good skincare brand. I like that primer because it helps with oiliness, pores, and lines if you press very well on the skin. And then I'm applying that foundation, and it's her foundation actually. It's a Lingerie de Peau from Guerlain. Yes, I say it in a French way because I'm French. And I use that really small, dense dual fiber brush from MAC, and then I'm using the same brush but a bigger one, fluffier one, to smooth everything out. That foundation is really good. The formula is amazing. It smells really good too. It has a matte finish. It's natural finish but matte finish, which is really interesting, because usually matte foundation, they're kind of thick, kind of heavy for the skin. And now I'm using the Born This Way concealer on her. Okay, and to apply that concealer, I use my Real Techniques brush, which I love. And now I'm prepping her eyelid with the MAC prep and prime for eyes. I see it now on camera, but it's really pretty actually. The finish is really pretty. And now I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer as an eyeshadow to create natural shadows. And you guys know me. The brush that I use for blending is the 217 brush from MAC. Okay, and now I'm using the Mario palette, and the color that I'm using on her right now is the Bronze, which is a goldy green. Really pretty. It's very subtle. We don't see it much, but it looks really natural on her actually. And on the lid, I also add some of the Fifth Avenue color from the same palette, Mario palette. In the inner corner, I'm using the Hollywood. Now I'm using a nude stick metallic matte pencil, and the color is Terra. I love that product. It's really amazing. And then when I use the powder on top, I smudge it out. It looks really natural. And now I'm using the Stag pencil from Urban Decay. And to finish off her eye, I am using that Marc Jacob Velvet Noir mascara. So far, this mascara is the best in terms of long wearing. What else? Yes, my lashes are really hard to set, so this one helps to set them actually pretty well. And now I'm doing her contour with the Anastasia palette, and it's the medium to tan one, the contour kit. And the color that I use on her is, oh, it doesn't say. The contour that I do on her, it's more like a bronze, a bronzy contour. I'm not a big fan of a really precise contour. You know, those cut contour, I don't like it much, so I like better when it's all blended. It looks more natural. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to the brow. I'm using that Anastasia Brow Wiz. The color is medium brown. And for brows, I always start with the bottom part. Bottom line first, and then I'm creating the upper line. So her eyebrows are thin, but I told her it would look better if we thicken a little bit, just a little bit. But we still want something natural. And I'm showing her right now that the last part of the brow is a smaller triangle. The first portion of the brow, it's a long and thick triangle, and the last part, it's a smaller triangle. Now I'm using the Gimme Brow from Benefit that we all love because the brush is amazing. If you want to be precise, it's small enough to go everywhere. And the color is, oh, there's no color, it's a number. It's the number 5, so it's the darkest one. Now I'm fixing the bottom part with the same brow wiz from Anastasia. Blending everything with that small brush from, it's a synthetic angled brush from MAC. Now we move on to the other side, starting with the lower line again. So it's very important when your natural eyebrows don't have a pretty shape, you want to reshape them. So when you use a pencil or you use something to do your eyebrows, the rule is to not follow your natural lines. You want to create a different line to make it look better, right? I like this side better, and obviously we don't have twins eyebrows, right? I'm using the Gimme Brow again to give more texture. They look fuller. And you might have noticed my pinky is on the skin again, on her face again, to be precise, right? You guys know me. And now I'm using the Hollywood color from the Mario palette again on the brow bone. And because I noticed that it wasn't showing much, not highlighting much, I'm using the Big Champagne Pop powder on her. Yes. Ooh. And now on her cheeks, I'm using the Amaretto mineral brush from the Jaclyn Hill palette. The Jaclyn Hill palette is from Big as well. It looks natural. And ta-da-da, voila!